Hi boys and girls, Mrs. Lundquist. Today we're doing day 2 of our California Native American project. So what you'll need is your poster from yesterday that you filled out shelter. You'll need, I'm using the same piece of paper because I still have room to take notes. You'll need a pencil, and if you have your social studies book, you will need that. So I'm going to start with reading each section. And then I'm going to take notes on my section, which is the Valley region. And today's a little bit easier because they just list each one right in the beginning. So today's an easy day. Okay, foods. Coast. Foods from the sea. Foods. Fish, shellfish, seabirds, seaweed, antelope, seals, whales, grapes, honey. Coast Native Americans got most of their food from the ocean. They stood in the water and used a big net to catch fish. They gathered clams, mussels, and crabs and caught seabirds in large nests. Valley. Eating acorns. Foods. Acorns, shellfish, plants, roots, grasshoppers, elk, birds, antelope. Many Valley Native Americans ate acorns. How did they eat them? First, they put acorns into a hole in a rock and ground them. And here's a rock, and it has the holes for grinding acorns. Then they soaked the ground acorns to make them taste good. Finally, they cooked them to make a thick soup. And here's a picture of ground acorns. Mountain region. Baked grasshoppers. Foods. Grapes, elk, raccoons, squirrels, quail, ducks, grasshoppers, seeds. Have you ever caught a grasshopper? The Maidu caught grasshoppers to eat them. First, the Maidu used tree branches to move grasshoppers into holes filled with water. Then they used baskets to scoop the grasshoppers out of the holes. Finally, they baked them before eating. Desert. Cactus snacks. Foods. Corn, gourds, beans, pumpkins, cactus, bighorn sheep, insects. Cactus was one important food for many desert Indians, Native Americans. They ate the fruit of the prickly pear cactus. Sometimes they dried the fruit in the sun to make it stay fresh longer. And here's a picture of a prickly pear cactus. Okay, so my tribe is the Miwok, and they are from the Valley region. So I'm just going to list, they've listed all these for me, so I'm just going to use little bullet points. So, and I'm going to make my list. Acorns, shellfish, and shellfish would be like clams. It's a shell with the animal inside. They'd open it, they'd steam it, and then eat the clam. Plants, roots, grasshoppers, elk, and an elk is related to the deer. It's in the deer family, and it is a large deer. Birds and antelope. And an antelope is also similar to a deer. It's colored a little differently. Okay, so there, and I'm going to make sure there's anything else I missed. Acorns. Okay, so in some of them, like this one, they also said seabirds. So you can add, oh, they have that on the list. Okay. But crabs is here and mussels, so you can add that. So clams, mussels, those are shellfish right there because they're in a shell. Okay, so I'm going to cut that out, and I'm going to glue it under section foods, and then I'm going to draw some pictures of, maybe pick 3 things off the list, depending how you can fit in there. And tomorrow we'll learn more.